it gives it the title supercar, and that's great, you know, like, or exotic car. Those cars are awesome. There's only one problem though. Oh my gosh, everything is so cold. Car is cold, I'm cold, everything is cold. Oh, I think the vent is starting to creak too. You know, the fact that this car is starting to show wear, it really brings me to what I want to actually talk about today. I'm going to be quite honest with you guys, I think supercars are stupid. And I'm not just talking about supercars, I'm talking about like exotic cars in general. If you buy a Corvette, more than likely you're not going to have to worry about the car breaking down at all. It is 36 degrees outside and this car cranked on the first turn. Now the reason I bring up exotic cars is because at the time of me recording this, I'm about to go see Rob Ferretti. And you know, he runs an exotic rental business. Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Bentleys, you know, all these really, really nice cars. I'm not gonna lie, these cars are beautiful. Is that a fire engine? It is 36 degrees! Who the hell's catching on fire? I got places to be, and when I say I got places, I mean I just feel like driving. Anyway, getting back to what I was talking to, exotic cars. The craftsmanship that goes into making an exotic car, like the money, you know, and all the design, the engineering, it gives it the title supercar, and that's great, you know, like, or exotic car. Those cars are awesome. There's only one problem though. To me anyway, the car ain't worth shit if you can't drive it. Really, I mean, even the GTRs that people call supercars, like those cars get driven everywhere and they're reliable. Like they're Nissans, like they ain't gonna break, baby. Every exotic car that I can think of that is really considered an exotic car, so any Ferrari, any Lamborghini, you know, Pagani, you know, all these crazy name cars that I can barely pronounce, they're known for being unreliable. And what I can't understand is when someone drops 100, 200, 300, 500, $1 million on a car, baby, I would expect that car to be reliable. Like, I seriously don't get it. You spend all this money making this beautiful car that sounds amazing and, you know, it looks good and it's got amazing body lines and benchmark performance, but you can't make the car run for more than half an hour without it having problems? Like, I don't get it. You know, back when I was filming the documentary for Jeffrey, you know, I wanted to move sometimes the Ferrari around to get certain shots. And we only moved it so much because every single time I tried to move it or I asked Jeffrey to do something with it, he said, well, you know, if I do that, then this is gonna break and this already needs to be repaired. I'm sitting here scratching my head because I'm thinking you paid probably north of $80,000 for this car, and the minute you got it, it's had problems. After 5 minutes of driving that car, they had to replace the clutch because they had like 90% wear or something, I don't know, and it cost them like $7,000. Like, no. Guys, that's more than half of what I paid for this car. Like, this doesn't make sense, and this car runs better than it. Now that's something else, that's not good. Jeffrey bought a lemon from the start, and I'm thinking to myself, like, Jeffrey, why did you buy this car if you knew it was gonna have all these problems? And he was like, well, I wanted a Ferrari. Well, it doesn't do you any good if you can't drive the damn thing. When I see a supercar hooned, like I'm talking about, like I see a Ferrari doing like donuts or burnouts, that's the kind of shit I approve of. If I ever bought like an expensive Ferrari or Lamborghini, because there is only one supercar that I actually desire, like I want in my life, some point in my life, and that's a Lamborghini Murcielago from like, you know, 03, 06, something around there. Go watch the intro from Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. Just the intro. That's what made me want that car. Just a childhood dream, you know, it's one of my goals to eventually buy one of those things, and I'll probably buy one when it's depreciated so much to the point where you turn it on and the thing immediately breaks something. But that is the precise reason I think supercars are dumb, is because if you turn your car on, and every single time you turn that car on, you're thinking about something else breaking, or if you do this, it's gonna wear this out, or if you do this, it's gonna break that, or it could break that. No, that's not right. Jeffrey was like, we need to wheel the Ferrari backwards. I was like, why not just turn the thing on? He's like, well, if I drive it up this incline in reverse, it'll wear out like 50% of the clutch and I'll have to get another clutch replacement. I'm like, why do you put an automatic car in reverse and it wears the clutch out? Like that doesn't make sense. If you were a company and you can engineer like a super car that has all these crazy features, why can't you engineer super reliability? I mean, you would think, right, all the innovations they have at Ferrari and Lamborghini and all these breakthroughs in technology and Italian yada, yada, yada. Why the hell can't you make something that's reliable? Like, I just don't get it. Guys, I will tell you right now, I will never in my life buy a Ferrari unless someone gives me one for nothing. I am never going to want to own a Ferrari because the minute I own it, it's going to be a money bucket. Do you have any idea how much faster I could make any American car for a fraction of the money? Name any Ferrari and I can guarantee you for a quarter of the price of that Ferrari, you could build an American car faster. Now at this point, it just sounds like I'm bashing Ferrari, but I'm really not. I'm bashing all supercars in general that have no reliability whatsoever. I'm telling you, it makes no sense to buy a car if all you're going to do is put it under some pretty lights and stare at it. Like, I don't get it. Now, there are exceptions. Show cars, they're trailer queens, they're meant to be seen. So those cars, you know, they build them up as art pieces. So those are meant to be looked at. But supercars, last I checked, when you write a $2 million check for a brand new LaFerrari or whatever the hell you buy, I'm sure that car is meant to be driven on a track or something. And if all you do is cruise around at 20 miles an hour on the weekends and take it to car shows like DC Exotics and Cars and Coffee, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's not right. Talk about Rob Ferretti. Rob Ferretti sold his McLaren a while ago. The market value on McLarens, like the MP412C, something like that, they're extremely low. They're much lower than the original price tag simply because they're so unreliable. All these unforeseen problems, and once the car's out of warranty, then, I don't know, guys. I understand, you know, some people, they like these exotic cars and they like the look and they fell in love with the look, and that's fine. I fell in love with some of the Murcielagos. Like, I mean, that's me. But at the same time, you better believe when I get my Murcielago, you'll see me doing donuts basically the minute after I buy the car. Whereas somebody else, the first thing they'll do is once they get it tagged and everything, they'll just put it in their garage and take a bunch of pictures and put them on Instagram. That's not what I do. All I'm saying is for the price tags some people pay for some of these cars, should just be a little bit more reliable. Ever wonder why you never see supercars on the road? I'll tell you exactly why. It's not because there's a shortage of them. No. The reason is because nobody wants to drive them because they're afraid they'll break. I am driving, damn it. Of course, this is Mo. Hi, Mo. You just woke up. That's encouraging. Anyway, guys, that's just my thoughts on the topic. I mean, at the end of the day, my thoughts really don't matter. I'm just some idiot on the internet. I know that everybody says that, but it is true. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you're like a die-hard supercar fan or Ferrari fan or Lamborghini fan, tell me why in the comments. I'm interested to see, because every single time I ask somebody about why they like a supercar or why they like a certain car, they've always got some long, like, backstory behind it. So I'd be interested to hear yours. With that, guys, I'm gonna figure out why my Corvette's making noises it doesn't usually make. I'm gonna jack it up. You guys have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.